start to name your cell phone smart. Before we had apps, most phones didn't have a music player, GPS navigation, or WhatsApp. On the early phones, you had to stick with what your phone provided. It was basically impossible for external software to make it on the phone. A Deutsche Bahn app for train schedules simply couldn't have been developed. It would have required negotiations between Deutsche Bahn and Nokia and Samsung and LG and Motorola separately. Not to mention the efforts to adjust software for each and every phone. Although the technology was there, innovation was prevented. Many things have become possible with a common framework such as Android. The speed with which software reached the customers was revolutionized, and we started to name our phones smart. With your smartphone, you're able to pick the best solution for your needs. Wouldn't that be great for doctors too? When you go to the radiology office, all these impressive machines look modern, but the software in these machines is surprisingly old-fashioned. Each and every X-ray image have to be checked individually by the doctor. In recent years, there was a giant leap in technology, bringing the potential to revolutionize diagnosis in the hospital. All over the world, groups are working on computer programs for automatic diagnosis. The idea is to show medical images to a computer program before the doctor takes a look. The computer analyzes the images and makes diagnosis suggestions. Many different programs are necessary as there are different organs, diseases, and conditions. For example, you can see it on the slide, just for the brain, there are programs that detect tumor, programs that detect stroke, and programs that can classify Alzheimer's disease. But to get each of these programs into the hospital, tremendous efforts are required. For every program, they would have to negotiate with more than 20 companies and adjust to different systems. So we're solving this problem now. This is the RadioBox. The same way, you can run any Android app on your Android phone. You can run any radio app on any RadioBox. The box is integrated between image viewer and image storage. It provides computational power, and it makes app development completely independent of the hospital's infrastructure. Now, if someone wants to develop a new app, this means easier market entry to an already existing distribution network, free scaling to all radio boxes in the world, and standardization resulting in much lower development costs. Hospitals can easily upgrade their systems. Doctors can choose among the best diagnosis software on the market, and software vendors can provide large bundles of diagnosis app at once. So far, software for automatic diagnosis has only been sold in combination with software to store and view medical images. Some companies have realized the need to open for external development. However, they only allow to integrate into their own systems. This means developers still have to develop for more than 20 companies separately to cover the market, and hospitals still have to stick with what their vendor provides. With the RadioBox, hospitals are charged on a pay-per-use basis. We take care of the billing and pay the app developers. One part goes to vendors of hospital software that integrate the RadioBox, and for providing the service, we also take a share. Since there's no market for automatic diagnosis yet, let's take a look at the market for storing and viewing medical images. You can see there are many companies, so the market is fragmented, which is to our favor. All these companies are potential partners rather than competitors in the new market of automatic diagnosis software. The market size of storing and viewing medical images alone is expected to increase from 3.7 to 6.3 billion US dollars between 2015 and 2022. To get to the market, we want to work together with hospitals in smaller projects, and one app at a time. We want to help app developers to evaluate their software in a clinical environment. With a growing network, we want to attract vendors of hospital software to integrate the RadioBox. So we are 3 computer scientists. We have worked together for many years on a large imaging platform, so we know the challenges in working with interfaces of medical software. Currently, we're looking for partners who want to work with us on projects in the hospital. And if you're a doctor and you look for an easy way to analyze hundreds and thousands of images at once, we'd be happy to work with you. We want the competition about the best diagnosis software take place at the doctor's desk. If you share our vision, we'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you very much.